that it looks like a drill press, and it kind of is, but with a fundamental difference is that it makes square mortises. And the bit that you put in there looks like this. So it is basically a four-sided chisel with a drill bit inside of it. And so this is all nice and sharp here. This absence is for chips to spew out while you're plunging it down. That's all that's going on. The drill bit has one wing and this sort of like flat, almost like this acts more like a chisel as it scoops material out. So it's not like chipped off or anything. It's just, it only has one wing. That's how it's designed. The thing is that these overheat a lot, and when they get black and blue, they're done. They don't sell them separately, which is kind of annoying. But so if you drop this, which this can fall out, so I can keep this in here, but this would just fall right to the floor if I am not holding the shaft of the actual drill bit. So if I only hold the chisel, that's going to fall. So just be aware of that. Now, everyone.
What's the cost?
Ooh.
$70.
Yeah.
For the quarter.
Don't drop it.
Yeah, don't drop it. Every once in a while, these will need to get honed and polished. And even if you never do this, I think seeing this helps you understand the geometry of this cutting. And so the chisel part is pretty straightforward. There's sort of this conical shape inside of there, and you can get these diamond pyramids, diamond cones. And what you're going to do is you'll hone the inside of this, hone and polish with this diamond stick, and it's going to create a burr on the outside of this chisel, and you got to get rid of that burr. So that's all that's going on here. This is not the school's, this is mine. So I don't think the school has one, but you can do the same exact operation with a dowel and sandpaper, right? You just have to sort of swirl it inside of there. You're just honing that up, polishing. So like 400, 600 grit sandpaper, it's doing the same thing, okay? But it goes in here, and this fits pretty much every hollow chisel mortiser. It goes in like that. I think I have a fine one and a coarse one, but the fine one should be fine. Thank you. So just tuning that up. Okay. Now to clean up you don't want to mess with polishing the outside too much because you're going to mess with the diameter, like the size of your bit. So it's just to pull that burr off. That's all we're going to do. Use an oil stone or a diamond stone because of how sharp this is. You could mar a water stone. So I can use the fine side of this. And there's a little bit of water on there. That's fine. That's it, right? So I'm done. That's honed and polished. Now also sharpening a drill bit, which you can do every once in a while. These need to get tuned up. You might as well do them at the same time. You might never do this operation, but this is what it looks like. I would go to a vise. All you need is a couple files. There we go. I have a flat file, like from a chainsaw kit, flat file, and that triangular one. And the cutting action happens on this flat here, that flat side, that sort of chisel side of the drill bit, and then that single wing over here. So I need to make sure those are both looking good and polished. So on the flat, I'll come here and just clean up that side, and I can come to the underside. And again, I'm chasing a burr, right? So I'm sort of bringing that back and forth just on that flat. And I can see where there's some new material. And then on the wing, I need to use something with like a L shape, you know, triangular shape, so I can get right inside of there.
The wing is cutting the fibers, and then the screws is actually pulling up the wood chips.
Yeah, I mean, the wing's cutting it, and this is
Acting as the chisel.
actually it's sort of, yeah, severing it, and then this, everything's pulling it up. And so I can do the inside of my wing, and I can feel a burr there. Just till it's cleaned up. So ideally you can see that new sheen, right? That's just a couple strokes in my file. Okay. And then I can come back to a stone to pull that burr off the outside of this. So you can come to that wing. You know, and it's still a roughing, you know, it doesn't need to be, it's not a fancy Lee Nielsen chisel. It's, you know, you gotta move on. And you can't put it in this way, right? You can only put it in like that. And so now I'm ready to actually go and start using it. So let us